Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What I'm about to tell you could shake the entire NFL. Something huge is happening in the shadows. A move so monumental, so game-changing, that it could define the 2026 offseason. And let me guarantee you this. What I've uncovered is only the tip of the iceberg. There's a secret so deep, so guarded, that even the most connected insiders are trembling at its implications. This isn't just a rumor, it's a brewing storm ready to explode on the scene. And only those paying absolute attention will understand the magnitude of what's about to unfold. Now, if you want the full story, the real inside scoop, make sure to smash that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and drop a like right now. Because what I'm about to reveal could be the biggest NFL move of 2026, and those who are in the know will be miles ahead of everyone else. But for those who still think this is just another off-season buzz, well, you're about to be blindsided by the truth. This isn't just speculation. This is a painstakingly detailed investigation into a secret so powerful, so cloaked in confidentiality that only a select few are even aware it exists. Are you ready? Because what I'm about to tell you isn't for the faint-hearted. This is hype, this is scoop, and most of all, this is reality in the making. Stay tuned, because what's coming will blow your mind. Let's get into the real meat of this story, starting deep inside the NFL's most discreet corridors, the Chicago Bears. If you've been watching the NFL this season, and I mean really watching, the Chicago Bears' transformation has been nothing short of miraculous. Under head coach Ben Johnson, they went from underdog to playoff contender in just 1 year. After decades of losing seasons, they carved their way to an 11-6 record, shocking everyone with their offensive resurgence led by the phenomenal Caleb Williams. Yet behind the scenes, there's a storm brewing that could change everything. A trade so audacious, so far-reaching, that it could reshape the entire NFC landscape. The Bears are sitting at a crossroads. Their roster, as good as it looked last season, still has glaring weaknesses. But what really keeps everyone talking is who they're targeting in this offseason, the elite players who could elevate this team to Super Bowl contention. And let me tell you, they're not just after another solid veteran. They're chasing a game-changer. But first, let's analyze this team's needs, what they truly lack and what they desperately need to become legitimate contenders. Then, I'll unveil the secret player, the one who could be the missing piece to their puzzle, and why this move will send shockwaves across the league. Part 2, Chicago Bears, Team Needs Breakdown. The Bears' recent success was built on strong coaching, Caleb Williams' emergence, and a fierce rushing attack. But dig a little deeper, and you realize they're still a team with serious vulnerabilities. Their secondary, for example, can be exploited by fast, layered offenses. The pass rush, while solid, needs an elite edge or interior presence to push them over the top. Most critically, their linebacker core lacks the dynamic playmaker that a true difference-maker can provide. When I review their game tape from 2025, the biggest recurring problem is missed tackles and inconsistent run support from their inside linebackers. They're solid at shedding blocks, yes, but they don't make splash plays often enough. They miss crucial gaps, and in the NFL today, a single lapse can turn a game on its head. Statistically, the Bears ranked around 20th in yards allowed per game, despite their playoff run. Their tackling efficiency leaves much to be desired. As advanced metrics show, they're 23rd in missed tackles per game, and that's in the worst way for a team looking to reach Super Bowl heights. Their secondary, while disciplined, relies heavily on their pass rush to generate pressure, but it's not enough. Opposing quarterbacks often have too much time, and they pick their targets with relative ease. Meanwhile, their offensive line is solid but unremarkable, good enough to keep Caleb upright, but not dominant enough to control the game on the ground or in play action. If they want to beat the top teams like the 49ers, Eagles, or Cowboys, they need a transcendent linebacker, someone who can disrupt the opposition's rhythm, play sideline to sideline, and ignite their defense. This, my friends, is the perfect fix, a player who can be the nucleus of their defense, someone who can switch the entire dynamic on its head. Someone who can make plays that swing momentum, who can rally a defense that has promising talent but lacks that extra edge. Part 3, the reveal. Dre Greenlaw. Yes, you heard me right, Dre Greenlaw. And no, this isn't just a random rumor. After combing through league whispers, insiders, and personnel movements, I've uncovered credible sources indicating that the Bears are plotting an aggressive move, a blockbuster trade to land Greenlaw from the Denver Broncos. And why Greenlaw? Because this isn't your ordinary linebacker. Greenlaw is a special player. Since his days with San Francisco, where he made a name for himself as a ferocious, relentless middle linebacker, Greenlaw has been regarded as one of the most underrated, yet most physically imposing defenders in the league. His style? Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. Coaches compared his style to Mike Tyson in pads, because once he hits his gap, it's like a freight train coming through. I've studied his game tape extensively, and what stands out is his explosive speed, instinctive diagnosis, and relentless pursuit of the ball carrier. Watching Greenlaw's film, it's clear he's a hybrid of a thumper and a sideline-to-sideline disruptor. His run support is exceptional. He's not just a tackler, he's a playmaker. He specializes in reading the quarterback's eyes, switching gaps, and making that game-changing forced fumble or interception. Precisely the kind of plays that can flip a game in an instant. Advanced stats bolster this analysis. Greenlaw finished the 2025 season with 78 total tackles, including 12 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. His missed tackle rate is less than 7%, well below the league average for linebackers, showing reliability in coverage and run defense. His coverage grades from PFF rank in the top 10 among all inside linebackers, and his elite pressure rate on blitzes, over 15%, makes him a nightmare for offenses. Most importantly, Greenlaw's presence on the field energizes the entire defense. Denver's defense, which is already elite thanks to their pass rush, benefits immensely from his aggressive playstyle. He's the kind of player who transforms the energy on the field, a true leader. And in the NFL today, the difference between good and great defenses is some player who can turn the tide with a single instinctual play. Part 4. How could this trade work? Now here's where it gets juicy. The Denver Broncos, fresh off a deep playoff run, are highly motivated to capitalize on Greenlaw's value, especially with his contract coming up in 2026. Given the Broncos' aggressive rebuild under general manager George Paton, and their desire to keep key pieces like Patrick Surtain and Jarrett Stidham, Greenlaw could be the piece they deal for the right price. The rumored trade package. It could involve multiple draft picks, perhaps a high second or even a first-rounder in 2026, plus a mid-round pick to sweeten the deal. Greenlaw's contract, which is valued at around $10 million per year over 3 years, can be absorbed by the Bears in exchange for a competitive package, especially if Denver is looking to rebuild their linebacker core with younger players and draft assets. Cap-wise, the Bears have some flexibility. They can maneuver by restructuring contracts or pushing some payments to future years. The key here is how willing Denver is to part ways with a player of Greenlaw's caliber. Rumor has it they're open to trades, especially if it brings them multiple draft picks and helps them rebuild faster. The winners here? Obviously, the Bears would be getting an instant game-changer on defense. Greenlaw's addition could elevate their secondary, ignite their pass rush, and give them that elite linebacker presence that's been missing since Brian Urlacher retired. The losers? Maybe Denver if they lose a key piece and don't get enough in return. Still, Paton is a shrewd trader. He knows the value of stockpiling draft capital and building around young talent. Part 5. Scheme fit and impact. How does Greenlaw fit with the Bears? Well, Ben Johnson's offense and defensive schemes are built on aggression and versatility. Greenlaw's style complements their scheme perfectly. He's a hybrid inside linebacker, capable of blitzing, covering tight ends, and shutting down the run. His aggressive tackling and ability to shed blocks would provide the perfect counterbalance to their secondary, especially with the NFC North's rushing attacks. Compared to other players, Greenlaw's closest analogy would be a mix of Leighton Vander Esch's sideline-to-sideline agility and Fred Warner's instincts, but with a more relentless demeanor. His addition would turn the Bears into a top 5 defense practically overnight, especially considering their pass rush, led by the rising star and proven elite defender, Jalen Carter. In the worst-case scenario, Greenlaw might struggle with injuries, given his history of hamstring issues, but if he stays healthy, he's a difference-maker guaranteed to upgrade the entire team. His presence would also free up other defenders to focus on coverage, knowing they have that enforcer in the middle. Part 6, Final Verdict, What to Expect. Listen, this move isn't just a pipe dream. It's the kind of blockbuster that could redefine the NFC's pecking order. The Bears aren't just trying to fill a hole, they're making a statement. They're saying, we're here to dominate. And Greenlaw, he's the answer to their biggest question mark, elite linebacker play. Watch this space. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few weeks the rumors turn into official trade talks. This is one of those deals that will have everyone talking for the next decade. If it happens, the Bears will jump into the top tier of NFL defenses. If not, well, then they'll still be a dangerous team, but mark my words, the Greenlaw trade, if it goes through, will be the defining move of the 2026 offseason. And here's the truth. Greenlaw's name is already on the shortlist of the NFL's most aggressive teams looking to clinch a Super Bowl. The question is just timing, and more importantly, whether the Bears are willing to pull the trigger. In conclusion, I'll leave you with this. When that trade finally happens, it will be the shot heard around the league. Because Greenlaw isn't just a linebacker, he's a game changer. And the Bears, they're about to make a move so big, it could be the start of a new NFL dynasty. Keep your eyes open. The next chapter is about to be written, and if you think this is just the beginning, well, you haven't seen anything yet.